Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to MYC Uncensored, or if you're new here, welcome. This is Satini, and today I'm here with...
Jagriti.
How are you, Jagriti?
Good. How are you?
That's good. I'm good, thanks. So, what are we talking about today?
Importance of family.
Yeah, so do you come from a big family?
Not really, I guess. I
Yeah.
got one sister.
Yeah.
Two parents.
That's all right. Yeah, there's just three of us siblings. I'm the eldest, and then there's my parents. But yeah, we do want to say first that when we mention family, it's not only just, your biological people that you're related to, but it can be anyone that you consider family, like close friends, I don't know, people who took you in, all that type of stuff. But yeah, what should we mention first?
I think we should mention like how important a family isn't like people who are there for you, like how important they are to you, or how you should realize how important they are. Because I know when you become a teenager, a lot of people kind of like they kind of stop talking to their family, or like kind of like avoid them, or like they kind of like they just want to be with like their friends more. Like they're kind of like avoiding them, I guess.
That's
and
true.
like in like used to do that a lot. I think I still do it a bit to my family too, but like your family, like I realized your family is actually like really important to you. Like they can be there for you in situations, because friendships, they can always be fallouts, issues, or anything. And like with families, you can have like arguments and stuff like that, but they're always going to be there for you, and if something happens, they'll still support you, and they'll make sure like they won't just chuck you out of their lives. Like they'll still talk to you about things.
Yeah.
Not like friendships as in like you just completely ignore each other for days. Like you really need to have like that good bond with your family.
No, I definitely. Oh, sorry. I agree, especially that part where you said, like you can still fight with them and stuff, and they'll still be there for you.
Yeah.
Like these like family fallouts be like really intense sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like that strong love that so many like families have for each other is just so, yeah, literally so strong. I don't know how to explain it. Like I would say like I'm very privileged and grateful to have a loving family, like loving and supporting family, which I know that some people don't have. And it's not just my parents and stuff, but it's like the people that I work with, that I consider like my work family, and like friends who have been close with me since, the get-go, that's been there since the beginning. But yeah, no, that's really, it's a really like, I don't know, it's a really good topic to talk about.
Yeah.
What else should we say?
Like as in with like family fallouts and stuff. Like if you have problems with your family, like maybe for instance someone forgot to do the dishwasher on the wrong day or something like that, and like your mom talks about how she does all the cleaning and like you don't do anything, like obviously sometimes you can get upset about that and like fight back as well. But like when you and your friends have like fallouts and stuff like that, technically you don't really owe them anything, because your friends are there for you to make you feel better and happy and have a good time and talk to you. But like in reality, they're not, like when you really need it, sometimes your friends aren't always there for you. Like when you're going through something really, really bad, like I've had a lot of friendship fallouts recently. I've been in a lot of fights at school, not really like physical fights, like talking like fights, and like I've lost quite a lot of friends and stuff like that. But like the one thing is that I told my family about it, and they still are there for me. They haven't left me. They've tried to make me feel better. I do have fights with my family too, like small fights and stuff like that here now and then, which I'm assuming a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But like in the end, they'll still be there for you, which is what I really like, and I need to be more grateful for that, which is why now I've realized after everything that's happened that I should be more grateful.
And especially like time doesn't stop for anybody.
Yeah.
Right. And especially like, if you still have your parents around, we all just end up getting older at the end of the day. And then while you're getting older, they're getting older too. And it's just like, yeah, small things like that, like when you gotta realize how grateful you are for like the shelter that you have and all that stuff. Well, yeah, at the same time they brought you here, so then they should be providing for you and stuff. But like I said, if you really like sit back and think about it, not everyone has that opportunity to have these, like, I guess, blessings that people say there would be. And yeah, it's just really important. I don't know, I'm just trying to like think, like, there was something I was gonna say. Oh, like some how some teenagers and stuff, they if they have a friendship fallout,
Mhm.
I've during my work here, I've realized that a lot of people try to mend, like try and do anything to get that friendship back.
Yeah.
But if their mum was like, "Oh yeah, go do the dishes" or something, like they're pissed,
Yeah.
like they're angry, and it's like, why? Like, what's the difference? Like, why would you do anything for your friend
Yeah. A lot of
who?
people take their like family for granted. I
Yeah,
guess I still admit I'm not like the perfect person either. I
yeah,
do take my family for granted sometimes. I do realize that. I figured that out because when I had this friendship fallout with my friend,
mm-hmm.
I really wanted to do anything to be friends with her because when I look back into the time when I see videos of us together, I'm thinking, "Oh, I so bad want to be friends with her again. Like I miss her." But when I went through and I saw what she did to me, what she said about me, how she made me feel that one day, like I was thinking, why am I forgiving her? Like why? Like I fixed things with her. We're fine now. But when I actually think about it, why am I being friends with her? Because she got so many people to make me feel bad. I felt really bad that one day when she did that.
Mm-hmm.
And that day, my when I went out crying and out of school, my mum was the one that picked me up at like 3:30. Like I didn't take that bus that day, and my mum knows that like she's really busy, she can't pick me up. She picked me up that day. We went out, she drove around and she talked to me about everything. She told me what to do. And she did all that for me when obviously my friend who did that to me when I thought she was my best friend, and I'm gonna take her back, but I'm still mad at my mum for
Yeah,
asking me to do the dishes and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like I
yeah.
don't seem to see the difference. You know what I'm saying?
And I reckon it is something that like you learn when you get older,
Yeah.
which is like, it's such like a old person thing to say, I feel like, but it's so true. Like when you're young, you're naive, right?
Yeah.
Like like there's all this like pressure from your friends and those around you, society, but it is like when you get older and more mature, you start to like see things from other perspectives.
Yeah.
And then like especially for family, that's when you're like, oh, okay. They love me, like I should be grateful for them and all that stuff. But yeah.
Because sometimes you feel like there's those moments where you're like, oh my god, I love my family. Like let's say they bought you something that you really
Yeah.
wanted, and then sometimes when they say things, you're like, oh my god, I hate them.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what happens to me a lot. Like sometimes I feel like, why they're like this? Like no one else experiences this,
Yeah.
just me. They're like, because we're gonna. Like I don't know, like sometimes if your parents, for instance, they take away your phone or something, you'll be like, oh, my friend doesn't get her phone taken away, I'm the one that
Yeah.
get my phone taken away, like I have the worst family ever.
Yeah.
And then let's say for instance they take you out to a restaurant, you're like, never mind, they're the best, and then never mind, they're the worst. Like the thoughts
Yeah.
keep changing.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
in the end, like your family, for most people, your family just wants what's best for you. And there's people who don't have like, not as in if people like they're biologically, like if you have like uncles and aunties, they want what's best for you because they want to see the best in you. They don't want you to fail or anything. They don't want you to maybe make mistakes they made, and they like, because as a family member, if you've seen your child grow up from when they were a baby, you don't want to see them fail, you don't want to see them struggle. You want to do what's best for them, even though if it might make them upset. But in the end, like when you grow up, as like the old saying, like
Yeah.
like they will be like, oh, that's why my parents did that. They
Yeah.
didn't want something that to happen to
Yeah,
me.
yeah. No, exactly. And I'm literally at that age now, eh? Like, I'm like, yeah, I'll just sit back and reflect, and I'm like, wow. Like, if my parents let me do this, then I would have ended up like on a different pathway, like not being here at this work, or I would have done something else. So, yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's just realizing, not just the importance of family, but just being aware and being grateful for small things
Yeah.
that you have. But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
Let me think. Like as in family is just like, as what you've said, like family doesn't have to be like a biological family too. Like maybe your friends are your family as well. So it might not really like relate to you if maybe you and your family don't talk that much, or maybe don't talk anymore. Or if you actually do, if you are in an argument with your family, maybe think about what they've done for you as well. Like if you're going through something, if you feel like, oh, my family's the worst, maybe think of the times that your family was there for you when no one was. Or maybe think of those small times that like they made you happy. Because like my parents took me shopping yesterday, and we weren't gonna go beforehand because I was being a little bit too annoying. And and when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, oh my god, they're not gonna let me go. Like I feel so upset. I'm gonna like they're the worst and stuff like that. And then when and after that, my mum convinced that like everyone that we should go, because like that she knows that I'll be upset. And then when I realized that, I was thinking like I was really being a brat at that time. Like I should have just like appreciated that. And my parents bought me like clothes and everything, and I was like, oh, like why couldn't we buy this? Why couldn't we buy this? And then they were like, oh, we'll just buy this because like I actually spent a lot of money, because clothes are really expensive these days. I think, have you noticed that?
Girl,
they're really expensive.
They're very expensive, even for basics.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, chill.
Like there was this white shirt, 2 white shirts for $20, and I was like, it was like the plainest white shirt ever, and I was like, oh, okay, that's that. And I bought 3 shirts, and they were like $105, and I was like, they weren't even that bad. They were just
That's
like
crazy.
normal colors. I don't get how they were that expensive. But like,
Same.
and then I saw the like prices, and like, and my parents were like, if you want, we can just do your birthday shopping now and like leave it to not like, and do your birthday, and we can just like do it now, and then like after a month you don't really have to do anything. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, no, it's okay. But like $120 of clothing that I bought, and I was upset I couldn't buy another extra clothing. That was really bratty of me. Sorry, Mom, but like it was. I should have like been happy about it, because it is still a lot of clothing. At least I got clothing, and if I didn't go that day, I should have like known that like it's not because my parents are annoying. They just want me to understand that I need to be grateful and stuff like that. Be grateful for everything, because not everyone can buy that much clothing. Not everyone can buy clothing as well, like proper clothing, because if prices are getting so expensive these days, like everything is getting so much more expensive. Like the only thing that's not that bad is Temu shopping, but you can't buy everything from Temu.
Oh yeah.
Or like
Temu's
Temu or like
crazy.
Shein and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not that bad, but like it's really like bad quality and stuff like that. Like they have like, you know, $2 dresses or like $2 tops and stuff like that. But like it's just like the material might not be that good, I feel like, because $2 for like a shirt, like that's obviously really cheap, but like it's obviously not the best quality. You want to buy good quality.
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
like getting summer and stuff like that. But yeah.
But also, I do want to mention like you don't like, everyone's different, obviously, and like there's different family dynamics, and you don't have to. Oh, what is it? Oh yeah, you can show your appreciation in different ways, because some families didn't say like "I love you" at all, or didn't say like "thank you" or something. So I think as long as you understand like your own love language and then your family's love language, I think that's a good way to show appreciation. Instead of like, you know, forcing yourself to be like, I love you even if you don't. Like if you don't say that normally.
Because because me and my family, we don't say like I love you to each other or like hug a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Same.
But like it's just like when I was younger, obviously like it was like that I love you, like hugging, stuff like that. But like when I think about it, like if I'm thinking, oh, why don't they hug me and stuff like that, when I think about it, when I didn't have a laptop in year 7 for school, and my dad bought me like a laptop, like he bought me a MacBook. I really wanted a MacBook. I had that like MacBook Mini, I think. Not a mini, it's like it wasn't like the big one, it was like a school suitable one. And I cried of happiness when I got that, because I really wanted one. And we were gonna buy like some sort of other laptop that was like not like, I didn't really like it, but it was fine. And then like when I really wanted Macus one day, my mum surprised me with it after. Like those like things that you like you get really happy about, and then suddenly that happiness just fades away when something else happens that like you don't really like. But like now that I realize that, like my parents' love is buying me things or like taking me to tuition, for instance, because I don't really like tuition, but in the end it's helping me learn in subjects that I'm not really good in, because like I'm taking like science tuition. I'm not really the strongest at science and stuff like that. So they're doing that so I can learn. And it is a lot of money for tuition as well. Like now that I realize that, like even home tutoring is pretty expensive now. But like going to like a really popular tuition, it's like really expensive and stuff like that. My parents did that to make me happy. And like going out sometimes to like places to buy me clothes. My parents didn't buy any single pair of clothes for themselves yesterday. They did that for me. Like that's pretty boring on them if they're buying me things and running around and seeing me like wear them. Like, you know, like that's just something that they do, like the sacrifices they make.
That's true.
So that like now that I realize, I need to be a lot more grateful for that. And like family is actually really important, and there's other ways you can communicate that you like each other. Maybe not like hugging the I love you way. Like that is also really nice. It makes you feel happy, but like there are other ways as well.
No, definitely. I love that for you. That was so cute. I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Did you want to give a message to your parents? No, I'm kidding.
Thank you. Thank you for looking after me and being there for me and buying me things when I need to. And I'm sorry I yell too much, and I'll do the dishwasher.
That's beautiful. I love that. But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast.
Yeah.
It was like pretty lighthearted, which it's been a while since we've had something very lighthearted, I guess. And yeah, it was a really good conversation with you, Jagriti.
Thank you.
But yeah, anyways, guys, I think that basically wraps up the episode. Thank you for listening as always, and we'll see you in another episode. Bye.
Bye.